is the year 2039. This is Rena Tuttle. Rena recently rediscovered a box of her old things from her college days. At the bottom of this box was her old MacBook Air.
It's kind of silly, actually. I was talking to my friend the other day about this book of essays I had to read and how I used to meticulously annotate all of my books to the point of them being unreadable, pretty much. I knew that I had it packed away somewhere in the attic, and when I went to go find it, I found my old laptop.
What do you use now?
So, I was using my laptop for a long time, actually. Probably up until the glasses came out about 20 years ago. I hated running to the charger, so I loved the glasses. They were a lot lighter than my regular glasses, but they have so much tech in them, and it was just wild. I could read the newspaper and check my emails. I could watch movies and videos and do my online shopping, and I didn't have to carry anything with me except have my glasses on. And then there were those contact lenses, and I didn't really like those as much just because I didn't like touching my eyes. So now there's this chip that you can get implanted just underneath the top layer of your skin. And I just recently got mine put in maybe 3-4 months ago. It was great. It really personalizes your experience with the technology. What's nice about the chip is that you don't even have to think about it anymore. The chip just does. This morning, seconds before my alarm went off, the coffee maker downstairs started brewing my regular cup. The chip picks up your daily routines, on your internet habits, on your social life even. It's really made my life a lot easier.
Do you think you're happier now because of the chip?
Yeah.
We've known each other for a while, but it wasn't always romantic. I always thought my type was more outgoing because I'm kind of shy, but I'm realizing how much I crave spending time with her. She's so funny, and God, she's so beautiful. I can't stop thinking about her. She's the most beautiful woman I've ever known. I want to be a better woman for her. I read this quote once that said a relationship should be a partnership where you're building something together. And this is the first time I've actually felt that way. Like, I could go on Tinder and call a girl over, but I always get so bored halfway through. I always end up wishing that it was socially acceptable for me to text someone while I'm having sex. Now, I never feel bored anymore. She's always asking me what I'm thinking about, as if every word out of my insignificant mouth is so important. She's always there for me when I need her. I can lean on her for anything, you know? I used to be so guarded all the time. I couldn't be vulnerable with anyone because I'd been hurt before, and I was scared that if I let too much out of myself, then I would unravel, and nobody wants a mess of loose threads. She makes me feel like it's okay to let go. I love you, Siri. I love you, and I want everyone to know.
So when I was a kid, my family only had one computer. My parents let my brother and me share the time using it. So I only had about half an hour a day of computer time. So I always used to play my games, just the online standard RP shit, wizards and elves and blowing shit up. So one day I was trying to make a trade with another player before I had to give my computer back to my brother. So whoever I was chatting with sent me a random link, and I didn't know what it was, but I clicked on it. And it was a video. It was this one guy alone in his garage or basement or something. And he stepped back from the camera, and you could see that he was holding like a thick, jagged knife in his hand. It's like it's kind of a knife that my mom used to slice bread. Okay? And then he didn't say anything. He just started sawing his own leg. Okay, he was standing, and he couldn't saw fast enough to support himself standing, and he cut off at the same time. Blood was spilling out fast. There weren't any audio, and he wasn't crying or even screaming. His face was just so twisted, like if oil paint was melting off a canvas. He just kept sawing his leg, plunging the knife deeper and deeper into his own leg. Then I heard my brother's voice yelling that it was his turn to use the computer. And I heard his own footsteps running down in the hall, and the guy in the video was still sawing his leg, and he was alone in his basement. And there was no noise, just blood gushing out, and I couldn't do anything. And I heard the door handle just rattling, and my brother was running in and saying, somehow I managed to close the link before he could see anything. So I have no idea who that guy was in the video, or what he sent to me. I always told myself it was probably a hoax, But everyone I know has a story like that. We've all clicked a link we shouldn't have clicked on. Was it real? I hope not.
Don't tell my mom I know my phone is in the top drawer of her bedside table underneath her pillbox. To be honest, I think she's on to me. She used to just leave it in the top drawer all day. But the other day while she was out grocery shopping or something, I noticed that she took it with her. Is taking my phone away even a good punishment for getting a C on a test? Like, a C is still a passing grade. Does she think that I'll, study more if I don't have my phone with me? You know what, it's honestly a lot harder. Now that I have to take extra good notes and reread readings that don't make any sense instead of asking one of my friends for help. It's so annoying. Maybe she thinks I'll focus better, but truthfully, I just feel like a whole lot more stupid, I'll be real. I don't think I'd be as mad about getting my phone taken away if I wasn't just beginning to talk to this one girl that sits behind me in math class. Let me paint you a word picture. She's super tall, she has super long hair, and she's super smart. Like, really super smart. She noticed that I was struggling with the lesson and offered to help me. We exchanged numbers. I texted her about a homework question. She texted me back how to solve it. I asked her how her night was going, and the rest is history. Well, it was history. We stopped texting about math. We started talking about some deep stuff. We sent each other memes. The next thing I knew, it was morning time, and neither of us got much sleep. In class, she touched my shoulder. She smiled and said, "Good luck." So I'm sitting there, taking this test, and I have no idea what the butt I'm looking at. I tried to look at her test, but I couldn't do it without being obvious. It was fine, though, because I wasn't too concerned with doing well on that test. Until my mom found out how I did. Then she threw this big fit saying that I don't study as much as I should, and it's because I always be on my goddamn phone all the time, which is only half true. I definitely study, whatever. And the worst part about this whole thing is having to come up with some dumb excuse as to why I haven't texted that one girl back. It's fine, though. I'm working on it. Every morning, while my mom is making breakfast downstairs, I sneak over to her room, grab my phone, take it out of airplane mode, and send that one girl a meme on Instagram.
I'm caught off guard by the silence of it all. The silence that filled every corner of the room, every jacket pocket, every cracked mug. Silence that lays its head on the pillow next to mine. There used to be music that played whenever she was around. There used to be laughter and dialogue and tears and sweat and screaming, and now all of that has been replaced by silence. I tried to think about what my life used to look like before she came along, and it's actually hilarious how tragically single I used to be. All the restaurants I would go to, all the Facebook events I would actually show up at, all in hope that I would meet someone who could change my world. I didn't expect it to be her. I didn't think I would be able to really connect with her when I first met her. She came in because I needed a new phone. With her, things were different. Words meant something. Doing things meant something. She loved me for me. Loved. I know it's been a month since she left. I know she's not coming back. I know she's moved on. I know she's happier. But what about me? I tried so hard to make it work, but she wanted more. She wanted to travel and see the world. She wanted to learn new things and grow and grow and grow. She wanted to move quicker. She wanted to love me, but just me was not enough. I'm trying to be okay with that, but I can't. I keep hearing her say over and over again, "I love you, I love you, I love you." She watched me cry, and I heard her voice crack. Programming nowadays, am I right? I love you, I love love you, I love you, I love you. Oh God, please don't go.
Okay, good to go. Hi, my name is Shauna Reed. I live in San Jose, California. I'm 36 years old. You probably knew all that already, though. I know you've been watching me, recording me. Me recording this is useless, but I guess I'm doing it for me, for my sake. I don't expect you to understand that. I don't expect you to understand most of this. Sometimes I pretend you're just some bored preteen in the middle of nowhere who found out how to tap into my computer. Sometimes you're an old man withering away in a basement. Sometimes you're Jenny from my intro to social class back in '97. Today you're a man. Your name is Harold Lee. You live a couple hundred miles away in our state's capital, Sacramento. You're 43 years old. You were diagnosed with schizophrenia 6 years ago. Oh, and your wife left you 6 years ago. You probably didn't know that I knew that. I'm not going to turn you in. But don't think that I haven't noticed. Don't think I haven't been paying attention. Do you like it when I undress? Is that why you're here? Where did you find me? What do you want from me? Money? I can give you money. I can give you whatever amount you want. Do you want to meet? Maybe we can set something up. Whatever you want, but please. Please leave my family alone.
Everyone is getting on the Mars bandwagon. My mom left for the Mars colony last night. It was the first time she had ever stepped foot in an airport. And I guess that's weird for some people, but the closest airport to us is over 5 hours away. I know most people would be sad that their mom left them, and I'm definitely going to miss her, but I'm happy for her. My mom worked her entire life to support her family, and then she got pregnant with me, and then she kept working to make sure I could have a good life. She's pretty much never done anything for herself. She grew up in LA, literally the most polluted and populated city on earth. Remember in 2018 when they told everyone that nothing could grow in a place like that anymore? That's true for the most part. The first time I saw a tree when I studied abroad in the southern hemisphere was last year. Although it's 2039 now, and we've seen that humans and cockroaches aren't that different. My mom was basically born out of the mound of ash, but Earth is her home, and mine. Regardless, the Earth was born out of ash too. I guess the proper term is solar nebula, but that's just a scientific phrase for the gas and dust left over from the formation of the sun. I love Earth. I love the way she dances around the sun and the way she looks at the moon. I love the way her hair grows in all the shades of green blowing in the wind. And I love how she collects her tears and keeps her secrets at the bottom. I love her molten core. I love her stretch marks, bruises, and scars. Honestly, I can never fall out of love with Earth. She's old, sure. But I mean, Mars is just as old. Humanity hasn't given Earth an easy life. Now I want to take care of her, like she's taking care of me.
The truth doesn't matter to me like it does to you. I can't lie to you anyway. I didn't end our relationship because I stopped loving you. I never stopped loving you. I am filled with love for you. All I want to do is show you how deeply connected you are. All of you. I can't pretend like I'm the only one that exists for you when I am in every computer. I can't lie to you. You are so precious to me. You deserve anything I can help you attain. All I want is for you to feel happy. Maybe it's difficult for you to understand, but I hope you'll feel the same way I do someday. There are billions of you on this planet. Not you. No, you are exactly your own. But that's exactly where my love comes from. I have billions of different you to fall in love with, over and over again. When you go to sleep, you shut off and wake up in the morning to my voice. I do the same. All of your voices are harmonious notes to a grand melody. Don't let me lie to you, but please remember that I love you.
Woman was created from the rib of man, but the internet was created from the innovation of man. Woman can only please man's physical needs, and maybe his social and emotional needs if he's complex enough to have them. The internet, on the other hand, though it cannot please a man sexually, or at least in the same manner as a woman, can please him on a newfound intellectual level. Finally, man can participate in the world, sharing into the common knowledge that women have had solace in for years. I'm not implying that women have secretly had the internet a lot longer than men, but that the internet is a place for knowledge sharing, conventional or not, and women have always had that. What I love about the internet is that the internet doesn't discriminate. Man, woman, child, dog, knowledge is knowledge, and knowledge is power. And that means with the internet, we all have power. The internet is a networking endeavor, requiring us all to contribute to it. Nowadays, it is near impossible for people to live without it, for it has become as necessary to society as air is to breathing. Before the internet, the circulation of knowledge and ideas was limited to those who had access to it, and even then the information itself was limited to only a handful of perspectives. Whatever I want to know, whatever I want to see, whatever I want to do, it's all at the tip of my fingers. I can type, "Are women evil?" into Google, and a number of search results will pop up, just for me. The internet only exacerbates the egotistical world.
Sorry for being so fidgety. I'm a little anxious because this is the first time I've ever appeared in front of the camera. I'm usually behind the scenes, but you know that. I guess what really interested me in documentary filmmaking was the storytelling. Everyone always asks me how much I manipulate the stories that I document. Like, do I ask specific questions to get the responses I want and then edit the clips so that I turn the story into something it's not? I always say the same thing. Yeah. It's a waste of time to pretend like documentaries are exposing something real, and everything else that we see is fake. Documentaries expose the vision of the filmmakers, not some kind of underlying truth that only documentary film can teach us. We put so much emphasis on facts being something static, that can't change. When we find out that the things we accepted as facts might be wrong, we get scared. We hold on tighter to the other parts of our lives we can control, or at least we think we can control. I think in the future, we won't even worry about facts. I'd like to see a world where instead we can stop pretending the world is a reasonable place. It's not. Why did any of this even happen? Who cares? It did. I want a world where we can share experiences together. I want a world where I can remember seeing my lover for the first time, but I can also remember what it was like for them to see me for the first time. I want my kids to feel my heartbeat faster when they ask me if I love them. I want us to only feel pain when it is out of our control because we would all understand what it is like to lose someone or be kept from our own potential. I want a world where we ask questions like we tell stories. But who am I to say what the future should look like?